Terminal? What is that supposed to mean? Huh? You want to explain that to me, Mr. Mild? You want to explain what you mean by terminal? Terminal. We got a few familiar faces in here this evening. Good to see you again, Mild. Good to see you, Hero. Good to see you, Amol. Good to see you, Fouls. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got a lot of familiar faces here. No, I don't think I will. How dare you? This is why you're never paid. I'm suffering in pain. I literally saw, apparently you mowed the lawn and you basically pulled your back. Ouch. This is why I don't exactly own a lawn. Too much work. Too much work to manage. I was literally speaking to... I'm a Janian here. We do it for free. Okay, even though I say you don't get paid for moderation, I wouldn't just go ahead and say that, that you should be happy about that. Why? That's so rude. That's so bad. So bad, man. I was literally speaking with Kim yesterday. I was speaking to her yesterday, and I was basically talking about how Rin was going to be included in Honkai Star Rail. And literally, that led me to reinstalling the game, right? She was kind of like, "Hey, bruh, you ain't got that many gems, so why are you still gonna reinstall and play it? The game's terrible. All you're basically gonna get is gonna be a turn-based RPG, but just staring at their back the whole time." And I'm like, you say that like as if it's a bad thing. And she's all like, weak. Weak. So weak. Why so weak? I should probably put that as a sound alert, actually. Oh, my back and my groin. Careful now, Hero. You wouldn't want to get testicular torsion. You are weak when it comes to gacha. You spelled gacha wrong. Minor spelling mistake. F minus. Go back to your classroom. You get detention. Listen, except for only, again, I explained this. With the exception of one game, a lot of the times I find myself just doing free to play with most of the gachas. Because a lot of these gachas actually end up making a lot of the money with costumes and add-ons. That's literally the only way they make money. When it comes to like things like characters, probably not so much. Because you don't know how many people, you don't understand how basically where people build up like a lot of resources, whether it's generosity by the devs or not. People find a way. It's kind of crazy that I'm basically here playing these games. I find myself playing these games and I kind of just go like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But at the same time, it's a game. I'll buy you a gacha game that has no free charge anymore. I think I'm good. I'm good. Bro. I literally had that discussion with Uka yesterday. I was mentioning that I was hungry, and I was basically going to go cook food at last night. And he was basically like, "Hey, buddy, I'll send you money to go get food." I'm like, whoa. Buddy, I can afford food. I can at least do that much. I love you, dude, but please, careful. Just wait for the devs to fuck up and then give 100k in-game currency to blow shit on. I mean, that's very true. Force you to stream it just to prove that when gacha paywalls are removed, how boring it is. I mean, duh. Literally, that's just obvious. Like, think about what happened with that. Is anyone still familiar with that Duet Night Abyss, a game that had come out a bit back? Had a really exciting premise. There was going to be no gacha. You have to basically grind in order to earn your characters and all that sort of stuff. Looked great. Then the game finally released, and there was a whole bunch of other problems that came with that. Copywritten stuff, all that sort of stuff. And it wasn't even like, it looks loosely inspired by it or whatever. It practically looked one-to-one. Not only that, it also ended up being poorly designed. Which is pretty unfortunate because the game could have been good. Funny story also. Kim also decided to show me this last night. I have to basically go to my reaction screen here. Why is it on this screen now? Okay, sorry about that. There we go. But anyways, Punishing Gray Raven decided to announce something completely new. They have now officially announced that Data Live is going to be doing a collab with Punishing Gray Raven. And for those who don't know, Punishing Gray Raven is the game that was released prior to Withering Waves, which is by the same company, Kuro Games. And it's kind of funny this is coming out because Kuro is also setting up a collab around the same time, which is actually occurring next month in June, where they'll be doing a collab with Cyberpunk Edgerunners. And apparently a lot of people mauled it over that because, as obvious as it sounds, Rebecca is going to be included. Which, for those who don't know, Rebecca was stated by the showrunners for Edgerunners that Rebecca was a lolly. And originally they didn't want Rebecca's character in the show, but they were insistent, no, she has to be in there. What a brilliant choice that turned out to be for the developers. She became one of the most popular characters ever. There was even one point I spoke to also yesterday. Yesterday was also pretty interesting. More specifically, the animators called her a lolly and the game devs didn't like that. Yup. The game devs ended up eating their words. Because look how popular Rebecca became. It's just so funny that the animators really pushed with this and ended up being one of the best decisions of their lives. Hey, money talks. That is indeed a very good character, right? See? Amel gets it. Everyone wants a ride or die. That was kind of what she was. Also, it is interesting that Wuwa decided to give Rebecca for free, and the only character that's pullable in that game is Lucy. I think the only other time a Cyberpunk Edgerunners character was included in the game was unfortunately Guilty Gear Strive. You know what sucks? I have the game, but I barely play it. I barely play this game. Like, I have no hours even put into that game. I bought it, but I've put no hours into that game. Because at first I was like, okay, it could be pretty cool. And then the fandom kind of ruined it. And I was like, should I refund this? It's just collecting dust in there. I'm wondering if I should just refund it and just buy a better game. I mean, Leffen loves the game. You want to know something funny? Eden actually plays the game. But here's the funny thing. She hates this game as well. But her perspective is that if she hates the game more enough, she will play it to where she will essentially beat everybody else and be so good at this game to make other people hate the game. To be honest, I think that's a really, really funny perspective to have. It's cute. I particularly didn't understand it, but I guess it's kind of like if you really hate Fortnite so much, why don't you play it to death and be so good at it, you make other people hate the game? But I doubt something like that will work in the long term. Really thinking back. But it is a funny idea. Also, fuck Leffen, man. That's essentially the mentality. If I can't enjoy this game, no one can. Man. I gotta be careful with enunciating, because sometimes I actually end up using my throat. Hello, Galactic Rosebud. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Oh, man. But no, in a little bit, we're going to be playing some Blue Archive. We are going to continue the event story. Before I started stream this morning, I actually ended up completing the dailies on it so that we can cut down a bit on time. So that we can basically save time and focusing more on the event. And we also do have some Momo talks to get through as well. And depending on time, if we manage to save on time, we can probably play another game, maybe play a little bit more of Neverness to Everness. Or maybe launch up a retro game maybe launch a retro game. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get into it. I think I've yapped enough. I actually gotta launch the game. This is a fucking banger song. If anybody's never heard Cybreed, if you've never heard of Cybreed, what are you doing? Like, listen to the entirety of the Antars album, which has the drummer from Megadeth drumming on this song. And the intense vocals from Ben, which unfortunately he can't scream anymore, and he now manages another band called, I think called Shadow Domain. His earlier work in Cybreed is incredible. Hold on, I kind of just want to get through this song first. Well, we can go to the game screen as well. Am I put in the right spot? No, I'm not. The intense vocals, high-pitched Japanese girl. Miles, does this sound like a Japanese, high-pitched Japanese girl? Listen, I understand because of the fucking audio tracks, man. Audio tracks. Maybe in the future I should probably mute tracks when they're not being used. It's just good timing. I know it's good timing. I know it's good timing. Yeah, it's such a good album. Such a good album. If you haven't listened to Cybreed yet, what are you doing? Make sure you listen to the Antares album. There's even the other album they did in 2003 called 2004 called Slave Design. Really good album. Anyways, I'm no proof of Wemmy for this. Holy shit. I'll probably I'll probably end up paying attention to that stream as well. So proud. Miles, if you're typing on your phone, you really gotta work on your autocorrect, man. You really gotta work on that autocorrect of yours. Alright, tap to start. Fucking slide spelling. You do that slide spelling shit? I can never do it. I could never do it. Hello, Yuka. Alright, we got actually a couple of Momo talks here. Oh. Can I just use my HUD? Thank you. Right. Wait, what's in my mail again? All right, I have way too much AP. I have way too much recharge. Wait, you have too much brain rot with slide spelling? Oh no. It's too late to save mild. Oh no. What is this special mission event? I did not even know that was a thing. I can't even get all of these, man. I cannot even get all of these. That is some bullshit. And there's also guide task. Oh, these are some things I haven't been claiming. Oopsies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good all day one tasks, thank you. Final reward, if you get 62 out of 100, you can get 20 tickets. Azur Lane doesn't. This is not Azur Lane, this is Blue Archive, Amel. Okay, have a good one. Yeah, so I can't even claim that. Let's see. Alright. Let's not delay, let's continue the... Oh, I literally forgot about this. Lame. Oh, I get a free character. Amo, Azur Lane is a completely different game. Jesus, you get 100 of that? The guide task is available. Okay. Oh, this is a completely different one. Oh, this is overtime. To think that we wouldn't have gotten Wemmy if the EA partnered with C.EA got Backlash and doing. Okay, so who do you guys want? That is kind of true. They really did end up listening to the fans. Actually, who do we have in the recruitment slots? Okay, so we got... that one, I don't know who it is. There is a possibility you can get a guaranteed one. There's Kisaki over there. And there's Reisho. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Apparently I have one. Gatekeeping works. We like companies listening to their fans. Gatekeeping works, right? Apparently, from what I heard, both Iron Mouse and Zentreya actually had played Blue Archive or whatever. Well, I don't know about Zen, but Giga and Mouse would have probably been a lot more respectful. Though at the same time, you also have to consider their fan base. Would their fan base have also been respectful to the medium? What are the chances there's a few bad eggs in their fan base that were going to probably try to cause some trouble? And that's not a thought I'd like to think about. This is the quest challenges. Oh, I actually did not even know about this. Anyways, we actually finished the first chapter, which went on for a long, long time. But thankfully, we have some time now to basically go through the rest of the chapters. So, for those who aren't caught up, essentially what happened was... Eva Smile, don't mind me, I'm doing something. Hero, I swear to God. Anytime you mention Zentreya's name, every time we mention Zentreya's name, you're already ready to just shoot it down. It's even come to a point where I'm basically just tired of it. Wasn't talking about that. Oh. Well, fuck me then, I assumed. I'm so sorry. Yes, we got... You can even catch up on the story through here. So, essentially, for those who haven't caught the last stream where we did this event, what happened was there was an incident where in one part of the... So essentially what happened was some students in like one of the other areas suddenly turned young. Like as in they were like, you know, adults, right? But then they went through some reverse aging spell where they're now basically all young. They don't know who's causing it. And they suspect someone from another entire group, and it's all related to a previous event that I did not play. So that's the basic I could give. There is a VOD for the previous stream. You can go watch that if you'd like in your own time to basically get caught up. But essentially, that's what happened. So we're about to continue with chapter number 2, Peach Blossom Spring. And I believe it's going to be continuing on from the previous chapter. I will have to remind myself of what exactly happened. Giga is the coin flip, since unlike Connor, he's more anime adjacent, while Connor is normie adjacent. Zen and Mouse are too, unfortunately. In some ways, yeah. I don't really think Zentreya is an anime fan. Mouse, I do think she has some form of animes that she likes. And from what I saw, she's somewhat respective of it, though she does have her moments too. Again, this is just me being nice. Ah, Sensei, over here. I'm glad you called for me, Reiho. I'm happy to hear you say that. She was loving the One Piece show at Universal. Mouse? Yeah. Actually, you know what? I remember seeing that one. That was pretty cool. Though, when I went to Universal, I did not see the One Piece show, because that wasn't there at the time. Instead, what was there was a Jujutsu Kaisen 4D cinema showing. And basically they had you sit in the theater. You had to put on these 3D glasses. And basically, it looked like we were all in like a theater. And basically, the anime characters were there on that screen, but it also looked like they were actually there. Kind of similar to the Terminator 2D cinema thing. That was the show that I watched. Zen said they were actually playing BA for a minute and expressed disappointment for being dropped, but understood why. That probably means they're aware of Connor. They're probably aware of Connor being a normie. Iron Mouse did stream Gacha game, Genshin Impact, and was very far in it. Zentreya said the same thing, but apparently when streaming never played it, so Mouse might be a dedicated Gacha fan, but Zen not so much. Yeah. You've been here to the Peach Blossom Spring a few times before, right? But not in this tea house, right? Right in the heart of it. I'm just fucking up my reading pronunciations today. This is where members discuss matters pertaining to the Black Tortoise Promenade. No wonder the atmosphere feels a bit different. Is he? I thought he was into anime, considering he did Sebastian voiceovers before he got more known. Connor? The funny thing is, he started out as a Black Butler voice actor fan, and he did like things with like a few other Black Butler centered creators. Then he did like a little bit of Undertale for a little bit, and all that sort of stuff. So it's kind of more funny that his stance when it comes to certain tropes with anime, like the lolly stuff, it comes across as insanely hypocritical. And he also has that attitude of, no, listen, what I make of the anime hobby is what I make of it, and you all have to follow it. That's kind of how he comes across as. And I remember meeting him 2 years ago at Melbourne when he finally came down with like the other two guys. Yes, this room is soundproofed, so our conversations can't leak out. Wait, what? This room is soundproofed, so our conversations can't leak out. Okay, I read that wrong. What's so secret, you ask? Well, as you know, access to the Black Tortoise Promenade is currently restricted. On top of that, its president has turned into a child and is under quarantine. So the responsibility for the Black Tortoise Promenade falls on me. It's quite the burden. In fact, it's given me stomach aches, and I'm losing sleep. If there is a silver lining, is that the entire Black Tortoise Promenade is essentially shut down right now. So there isn't much to manage. Sounds like that barely qualifies as a silver lining. It doesn't, really. I just wanted to make light of a bad situation. In any case, the reason I asked to see you, Sensei, is so I could share a rumor that's been circulating here in Shinhaijing. I understand, of course, that you're here as a guest of Genyuomon, but I wasn't sure they'd share this with you. You've been speaking with them, yes? Whatever they've decided to tell you, I thought you should hear it from a different perspective. It sounds pretty serious. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be dramatic, but given the situation, there are whispers about a certain expelled student. Shintani Kai, which is the name that we've heard mentioned in Chapter 1. How do you know that name? I told Reiho about the conversation I had with Kisaki. I see. So the president. Yes. Rumblings about Shintani Kai has been spreading in the streets, mostly among the third-year students. Emphasis on among the third-year students. The first and second-year students don't know much about her, or else they think it's all exaggerated. And building off of that, there have been others, more ominous rumors, including some related to that exchange meeting. You want me to be more specific? All right. So? I wonder what happened to Kaguya. That's how I discovered Connor during his Black Butler era. Black Butler is the Shoujo Fujo anime. Like, what do you mean you don't like lolly? Just when you watch anime in general, it's like, really? You're gonna say this one thing. You don't like this one specific thing and go like, and try to enforce that onto others. Like, if you don't like it, that's one thing. But don't push that shit onto others. That's my thing. I wonder what happened to Kaguya. They say she went away to self-reflect, but I also heard that she was taken away for being too frank. But this Kisaki, if Shintani Kai really is back, the president might have been involved. She was expelled, and she's one of the 7 prisoners. There's no way she could have come back to Shinhaijing without any conditions. But wasn't it the president who expelled Shintani Kai in the first place? There might be something to that. Is Shinhaijing going to be okay? Can we trust Genyuomon and the president? That's what I've gathered so far. To summarize, the upperclassmen have been increasingly anxious about Genyuomon. Of course, the Black Tortoise Promenade and Genyuomon don't have the best relationship. That's an undeniable fact. Still, the Promenade's commercial activities are only possible because Genyuomon exists. I'm aware, but all the code that standards, the petty interference, ooh, I like that look. The constant complaints about violating traditions or disregarding the pride of Shinhaijing, it gets to be too much. I'm sorry, that was a tangent. Things are bound to escalate as the Moonlight Festival gets closer. What's the Moonlight Festival have to do with it? How much do you know about the festival, Sensei? Oh, we're about to get backstory of the festival? Genyuomon keeps coming up and I keep thinking you're talking about Digimon. I feel like they did that on purpose. Like, it literally does sound like the name of a Digimon. I see. A season to pray for prosperity and share food with one another. Yes, that's how most people see it. But there are other aspects, things less talked about. For instance, the story of the sage who departed for the moon and came back around the date of the festival. A sage? As in someone who, through repeated practice of study, attained enlightenment and became someone special. Part of the Moonlight Festival's purpose is to honor that sage. Legend has it that the sage still visits our world from the moon and surveys the land before they leave again. And the sage's visit supposedly causes strange incidents. Yes, some do believe that's what's happening in Shenhaijing. Right now it's all because of that. Me? I usually just think of it as superstition or folklore. But with the situation as it is, it does give me pause. Enjoy that Discord message. What did you send? Seriously? Alright, what is this? Hero? Mild? Sometimes you really need to watch your mouth. I got freaking gifted a stop ERPing with the streamer. Mild, sometimes you need to learn to watch your mouth. I mentioned Digimon, Hero decides to give me Digimon. This is never gonna end. After hearing from Reija about the circulating rumors, I headed to Genryumon. Great, now I'm just thinking about Digimon. Thanks a lot. The Genryumon meeting was complete chaos. We've restricted access to the Black Tortoise Promenade Street. But Tyke syndrome is still spreading. We need to take additional measures. Yikes. Welcome to my stream, Galactic Rosebud. This is what you're gonna encounter. I'm cursed with Apollo's gift of prophecy. Yeah, that's why you really need to learn to watch your mouth. We're having trouble with the epidemiological study. We don't know how it spreads yet. The personnel on the scene can only do so much. We need a broader plan. Well, we have found out one thing. Patients with Tyke syndrome can become much less contagious after the first 3 days. Mild, what do you mean you did it again? Is it literally just trying to say epidemiological? Please, if you're gonna clip that, oh my god. But we can track the symptom history of every student and provide for their care. We don't have the manpower to do that. Please, madam, holding the Moonlight Festival now might not. Please, madam, holding the Moonlight Festival now might not be. Watch your mouth. Remember who you're talking to. No, it's okay. Now is the time to hear everyone out. Given the circumstances, the urgency everyone is feeling is more than understandable. Please continue. I'm at work and Twitch Mobile sucks, so no. Frickin' Twitch Mobile, man. Right. Well, on top of all that, it's not just the disease that's spreading. It's the rumors. They just won't settle down. I wouldn't worry about that, except those rumors are convincing people that Genryumon is losing its grip. I feel like there's gonna be like a compilation out there that's gonna be just me trying to read the word epidemiological. Oh wow, I actually didn't struggle with that one. See, I'm a fast learner. People are also gossiping about the Peking Opera Club being in isolation and about the whereabouts of Kaguya. Genryumon's authority looks like it's weakening all over. People pretend to follow orders when they're being watched, but as soon as they're out of sight? Is that right? That is certainly a problem. How do you suggest we proceed? This is going to be hard to say, but it's okay. Please speak freely. We want to keep outsiders away from the Moonlight Festival. That's just how it is, Officer Mina. A lot of our students believe the outsiders are responsible for this whole mess. Damn, all Genryumon look the same. Racism! If more outsiders were to come for the festival, we could lose all control at the scene. Of course, we could just hold the festival as usual and just act like there aren't any problems, but the cat is already out of the bag, so to speak. We won't solve this problem by ignoring it. We do need a plan. Madam President. Well, that's... Were you going to say something else? No, that was it. We're glad you understand, but... I do understand. I know exactly what you mean. For this year's Moonlight Festival, outside students' access is hereby restricted. Madam, Black Tortoise Promenade Street will stay in lockdown. However, no student will be held in quarantine for longer than 3 days. No difference in the NPCs? I mean, yeah. If it's not an important character, they're not going to design exclusive NPCs, right? As for the rumors, we need to deal firmly with misinformation. But some of these rumors could be true, to an extent. From this moment on, security and searches within Shanhaijing will be strengthened. Those are official orders from Ryoge Kisaki, President of Genryumon. Yes, madam. We will announce and implement your orders right away. Are you sure, Madam President? Yes. What's important right now is to listen to those voices from the scene. I should inspect the site as well. Mina, make preparations. No, I don't think that's a good idea, Madam President. Is that your personal opinion as Konoe Mina, or as the executive officer? Damn, caught you in your tracks. I am speaking as, I am imploring you as the executive officer. Please put your faith in us and Genryumon a little longer. Le gasp. All right. Very well. I will return to my office. Please inform me of any new developments without delay. Yes, Madam President. Are you crying? Are you crying after that exchange? Oh, there I am. You did good, Mina. All in a day's work for the executive officer of Genryumon. Still quite impressive, given under the circumstances. Oh, yeah? Well, Sensei, praise isn't what I'm after. Okay. I'm here to carry out my duties in a cool-headed, hard-boiled way. You could hardly call that cool-headed or hard-boiled. You definitely were emotional there, miss. Simp. I'm going to be back in my room for a bit. But it's not because I'm tired and need a break or anything like that. What the fuck happened in that last scene? Of course not, you say. You really get me. Well then, if you'll excuse me for a bit. Come to think of it, Sensei, you're an outsider too. So that means... Where am I going with this? Well... You should be discreet and stay out of sight for a bit. For example, you wouldn't want to talk with someone for longer than you need to. Or... recklessly go along with the president's suggestion to go out there ourselves. I think considering what's gonna happen, there's a likelihood chance the second option may be the most likely. So I'll probably be honest about it. I'll try to lay low, but that might be impossible. Oof. I feel bad asking you to do that. Still, you can't just ignore the circumstances here. You get that, and you think I should go rest? Didn't I already tell you? I don't need rest. I'm not tired. Okay, I get it. You have borderline personality disorder. You're basically talking with another part of yourself. I see. I see you. Why are you trying to shoo me away, Sensei? You really don't have to. The club room grew quiet all of a sudden. I considered calling someone, but remembered what Mina said, so I decided to restrain myself. Come to think of it. Slow fade out. So far, no one's observed any symptoms other than the aging reversal. Also, the student of the disciplinary support department, the Plum Blossom Garden, have not been affected. Well, we have found out one thing. Patients with Tyke syndrome become much less contagious after the first 3 Js. Does that mean... Suddenly, the face of a student came to my mind. Remembering Mina's request to refrain from unnecessary conversations, I decided to use Momo Talk. Hi, Shun. What are you up to? Shun? Oh, Sensei? What a surprise to get a Momo Talk message from you. I bet it's a good omen. I heard you're in Shanhaijing at the moment. Still, you waited all this time to talk to me? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I had to be careful since you got here. Careful? About what? I brought Shun up to speed. The antithesis of the beach that makes you old. I'm pretty sure they basically call us an adult here, right? And we're basically taking care of students? I see. That sounds like a lot. Hehe. I have an idea though. Can you give me a minute? You know, it's lucky you messaged me. What do you mean? Oh, you'll find out. I don't like the sound of that. Oh. Shunling. What? Did you get infected? Hi, Sensei. Shunling? Hehe. That's right, Sensei. It's your Shunling. How did I get in? Even Genryun one step aside for Plum Blossom Garden students. Your look says, but you're not a Plum Blossom Garden student. But don't worry about that. When you see an opening, take it. How did I turn into a child? Well, I caught Tyke syndrome. But don't worry, Kokona hasn't caught me yet, and the other Plum Blossom Garden students don't suspect anything. Besides, it feels nice to be a child. My shoulders aren't stiff anymore, my chest isn't heavy. In fact, my whole body feels so much lighter. Wait, there's no time for this. I'm here to help the president. How exactly? Well? Are you truly Instructor Shun? Okay, so we basically go see her. Yes, I am, Madam President. You already had me go through the verification process. Yes, I certainly did. Still, it's hard to believe. How should I say this? Your personality is quite different from the third-year student we know. I don't know what you mean. I'm just myself. Well, we can put that aside. One might say you and I have another secret to share now. Oh, how very true. But don't feel too burdened by it. I know I won't. Indeed. On a separate topic. I appreciate you offering to help. What are you planning exactly? Well? Is that just a fucking school uniform? Is that a Plum Blossom Garden uniform? That's right. Well, it's a recommended uniform. Not all students wear it. But if you do, you can pass for a Plum Blossom Garden student yourself. To what end? Oh? I think you'll figure it out. Foo-foo. I see. Since Plum Blossom Garden students aren't affected by Tyke syndrome, if I look like one of them, I can investigate the scene without anyone suspecting anything. You said it, not me. So that is still you in there. Big or small, you're the same on the inside. Oh great, she's gonna have her change into that outfit? Well, this is certainly a look. Wow, I knew you'd look great. Why does the text say that? Brother, I think even I wonder if that's like the noises of like, where he's like, What's wrong, Sensei? Do you think this looks awkward? Not awkward. Actually, it's the complete opposite. Is that so? But I'm not finished. This isn't a perfect disguise just yet. What's left, you ask? Something important. Something very, very important. What else is there? Hi, Sensei. Oh, okay, I get it. If she's gonna look the part, she might as well act like it too. Hi, Sensei. My name's Kiki. Will we be touring around Shanhaijing now? Gasp. Yes, Kiki. We'll go tour Shanhaijing with Sensei, who's our temporary chaperone for Plum Blossom Garden. Wow! Wahoo! Pass out? Really? Queens. What's wrong with my character? Oh, Sensei's fainted from shock. Was it too drastic of a personality change? But today's Kiki is the real Kiki. Okay, yeah. We're gonna contribute more to the cringe. Absolutely. Come on, Sensei. Get up. The children are the future of Shanhaijing. I think he's just down for the count. And so with Iki and Shinling, I guess even he's like, what is this cringe right now? While I tried valiantly to hold on to my sanity and not break down from the cognitive dissonance, okay, yeah, so he's unable to handle this. Even he thinks this is cringe. The tour of Shanhaijing began. That was chapter 2. Wow, that was unhinged as fuck. That is funny. Alright. Chapter 3, let's go. One adult, many children. This park is usually filled with students. But now there's no one here. It feels desolate. There's no sign of the Peking Opera Club members who used to practice here, or the students who would chat over Tang Hulu or mango waffles. Oh, but there is one food stand still here. Let's go eat something, Sensei. I've got a craving for an egg tart. Me too, me too. I'll even brush my teeth really good afterwards. Why did you need to say that? Do you know how you talk? Yeah, okay. Thank you, okay. Sensei, did you know? They started selling bongee here at the Peach Blossom Spring. The third-year girls try to avoid it because it goes against tradition. But once you try it, you've got to have another one. What's a bongee? I've never heard of it. Something tells me Kisaki was like a sheltered kid or something, and this is basically her coming out moment. She's basically being exposed to what life is. A bongee is... It's a chilled fruit cream cake filled with fresh cream and fruits inside a thin crust. That does sound very delicious, actually. Mango's the most famous, but you can fill it with whatever you like. Green tea, chocolate, strawberries, whatever. I think mango might be the best one. Oh wow, that sounds delicious. I really want to try it, Sensei. But didn't you just have an egg tart? Really? You had to do that? You had to get the puppy dog eyes here. Please, pretty please. It goes great with the strong green tea. The green tea balances out the richness of the fruits and cream, so you can take each bite with a clean palate. Isn't Kiki's uniform from Cells at Work? Is it? Is it? I actually haven't seen Cells at Work, so I wouldn't know. Can we please, pretty please? Fine. Yay, thank you. Kiki likes Sensei best. Oh, shut up. What's wrong? You almost did a spit take. Sensei, you can't do that. You're an adult. You should watch your manners in a public place. Even I know that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, even Sensei's done with this bullshit. We've been eating a lot. You should try to walk it off. Great idea. And this is the perfect place for it, too. It's always so calm. And if we're lucky, we'll meet a panda. Hey, over there. Oh, look, it's a panda. Wouldn't that be dangerous? Pandas are bears, you know. It's okay. The pandas here are used to people. They enjoy being near them. But it looks familiar for some reason. Pretty sure we've seen it in a bunch of other animes before. This particular uniform style has been in a lot of other slice of life anime shows before. The ones that live on the site enjoy bamboo shoots, so if you pick one and hand it to them... Bratty student needs correction. Yeah. Who? Sorry, someone had to do it. Aye! Look, he's eating it. Ooh, I wanna try. Okay, but don't get too close. Hi! Okay, we're in a preschool now. I'm back. Phew, what an incredibly satisfying day. Really? I'm so glad. How about you, Sensei? Well, as long as the students enjoyed it. We're more like Plum Blossom Garden children than actual students. Oh, right, because they're both students, not like actual, yeah, duh. Then as long as the children enjoy it. But what's with that face? You look so distant, like you've reached enlightenment or something. Oh, it's nothing. I don't have to worry about it? Really? Oh. Who's this? Oh, Sensei. Welcome to the Plum Blossom Garden. I heard you played with the children today. You must be exhausted. Hi, it's been a while. Oh? And who's that next to you? Her name's Kiki. She recently transferred here. Shun recommended her. Hello, Instructor Kokona. My name is Kiki. It's a pleasure to meet you. Gasp. You see that, Sensei? I am a bona fide instructor. You're smiling at me all of a sudden. And why are you patting my head? Oh, okay, we're giving them a head pat. So mentally, they're still adults, right? At least teenagers? I guess? You know, I'm just gonna give yes. What? You say it's good to know that the world's still functioning properly? What do you mean by that? I'm going to go look for Shun. Over that way. I'll come with you. Up and off they go. Wait, Shun is... Where is Shun today anyway? I'll go help find her. Sensei? That's kind of you to offer, but you don't really have to. This is something you have to do? You're saying a lot of confusing things today. I'm assuming she doesn't know what's going on. Alright, I'll leave it to you. I have to go take care of the other children. Which I can do as a Plum Blossom Garden instructor. No trouble at all. Whoa, you almost got caught. Kokona's got a good sense about these sort of things. At least we've achieved our intended goal of covertly investigating Shun Haijing. Well done, everyone. How do you think it went, madam? How should I say this? Kisaki? Oh, shit! Somebody caught it! Somebody caught them! Somebody caught them! Who is it? Wait, that's the person from, Chapter 1. Isn't that the president of that restaurant? Huh? Oh, hello. My name is Kiki. I just transferred here, so I don't know many people. What's your name? Yeah, she's not fooled. Rumi, that's the one. Yeah, she wasn't fooled. Kisaki, what are you doing? So, like I said, I'm Kiki. This is all a bit much. I guess there's no fooling you. Can someone explain? Kisaki, Sensei? Let's take this someplace else first. Okay, I've checked that there's no one around and our voices shouldn't carry too far. And even if someone does see us, they'll just think the Plum Blossom Garden children are at the park with their instructor. So, come out with it already, Kisaki. What are you up to? It's nothing to worry about. You simply chose an outfit that happened to fit our needs here. Oh, you're undercover. I see. I am aware that you go undercover from time to time, you know. But why the whole Kiki business? Well, a covert investigation outfit must take into consideration the timing, the situation, the surrounding circumstances. Okay, if you say so. I'm reminded of the time you snuck in with that black tortoise promenade disguise. Ah, of course. You remember that. Visually, the disguise was perfect. Everything was going alright. And then you tried to cook. That was bound to give you away. Be glad I was the one who caught you. If someone else had figured it out, you would have had a political problem on your hands. And I've paid that debt in full. I know. Just reminiscing. Right. So what are you up to exactly? Me? Well, since the Moonlight Festival might or might not be held this year, I wanted to make sure the Plum Blossom Garden children all got mooncakes. Would you like one? I have a few left. A mooncake? I missed those. Thank you. I really appreciate it. How about you, Sensei? The mooncakes from the Black Tortoise Promenade are a local specialty. In that case, I can't refuse. Alright, I'm eating the mooncake. As I took a bite of the mooncake, a rich and savory flavor filled my mouth. For some time, all was quiet as we shared the snacks. This reminds me of days gone by. Remember when we shared the very first mooncakes we made together? You still remember that? We used egg yolks, walnuts, and red bean paste. Is that how you make it? I might have to figure out how to make that. You need to learn to let go of the past. About that. It was just so intense. The red bean paste tasted slightly burnt. The egg yolk was half cooked, and the walnuts were so broken apart there was no crunch. Learning to let go of the past. Funny, there's some people that need to learn that lesson. Twitter. Sorry, let me be more specific. V-tweeters. Anyways. Kisaki, you were the one who pressed the mooncakes into the mold. Yes, and that's why they were crumbled mush. They barely qualified as mooncakes at all. But you can't expect to be perfect the first time. It's all part of the process. Very true. But still, no matter how much time passes, I still remember those mooncakes. That was right around the time I set my goal to become a chef. Would you say you achieved that? I'm not sure. I guess I did. Kind of. What about you, Kisaki? Me? Hard to say. You remember, I never wanted to be a president. Well, you've made a good one. And I say that as my whole street goes into the red from all your restrictions. I'm so sorry. I don't even have the words. No. I wasn't looking for an apology. Not a serious one. Truth is, we all had some operating funds saved up, and most people understand you're doing what you have to do, more importantly. After everything that's been going on at the promenade, the members really don't have much right to complain. Still, it's not going to be easy trying to calm the kids down later. I can only imagine. Well, I'm sure you have it harder. Just stay determined like always, and I'm sure you'll work it out. Stay determined. What's up? You were determined when we started out. I'm not sure I ever was. Well, even so, you'll still work it out. What do you mean, Sensei? Okay, we're given a choice. If you had been determined, you'd have a problem now. If you were never determined, then you haven't lost it. Both of these have different connotations. Like, both of these words have different connotations and meanings to them. So, like, if I was to give an example, right? Like, if I ended up saying, like, okay, so the meaning, if you had been determined, you would have had a problem now. That basically means, like, You would have a problem down the you would have had a problem down the road. You would have had a problem down the road if you had still continued to be determined. But this other one that's saying if you had never been determined, then you haven't lost it. That means, would that mean you're still determined? You know what do you guys think? Do you think I should go option 1 or option 2? I'm kind of leaning towards doing option 2. But what do you guys think? Should we go option 1 or option 2? Option 1, option 2. Which one should we go with? Number 2? Fowls is saying number 2? Okay, we'll go number 2. If you were never determined, then you haven't lost it. So you're saying I can't lose something I never had. Fufu. I suppose that does make sense. That's a whole other way to look at it. So what's your honest opinion on how I've been handling things so far? I know you are doing your best. I see. But sometimes just doing one's best doesn't get the job done. Ah, the Black Tortoise Promenade has a similar saying. Cooking hard doesn't matter if the food isn't good. Right? That's the same meaning. It's like how the Eastern Alchemy Society always put in so much effort. Don't tease Saya too much. I wasn't trying to single out Saya, but there was that other problem before. Hold on. The Eastern Alchemy Society? Oh, did we talk about that? Yes, people are talking. Not many yet, but they are. The head of the Eastern Alchemy Society is missing. Uh-oh. Are we having a detective moment? Eastern Alchemy Society President Saya is cooperating with the investigation, but we haven't had any useful testimony yet. The assumption is that Tyche syndrome is related to the Eastern Alchemy Society. That would mean... Wait! This is unfair! The Eastern Alchemy Society has nothing to do with this! Think about this from a different perspective. If I wanted to return to Shinhaijing, it would be difficult for an expelled student to return without any formal process. Doubly so for Shintanikai. Oh, so it is Shintanikai. Le Gasp. Le Gasp returns. What is it? What's wrong, Kisaki? That's what I was missing. The Eastern Alchemy Society is in great danger. Eastern Alchemy Society? Why there? Madam President, what is it? Mina, we need recon at the Eastern Alchemy Society right now. I was just about to tell you. The Eastern Alchemy Society to send us an urgent message. Oh, it's too late? Oh boy, this got intense. Hey broski. Hey Floki, welcome to the stream. Oh boy, this just got intense. Well, we can't wait. Chapter number 4, let's go. Between past and present. Uh-oh. What the? I'm so dizzy. I can barely breathe. Okay, who are you? Eastern Alchemy Society trader. Oh boy, we have traders here? Rest for a bit. This fragrance won't kill you. So this was your plan for a comeback? And while Saya's away, you sneaky little... Something tells me she's associated with Shintani Kai. The mountains and rivers remain, yet the people are nowhere to be found. Well, there it is. There's Kai. The streets are empty. Not the slightest whisper to be heard. Everything is ready. Shenhaijin, Eastern Alchemy Society. I finally returned. Please excuse the shabby welcome. No matter. Let us go. How I've missed you, Eastern Alchemy Society. Everything has changed, and yet it's still the same. What's next? We go there right away? Yes, let's. That was always my sole purpose. Understood. I can take you straight there. Well, this ain't good. You've kept all this under wraps from the start? The only trouble was keeping Yakushi Saya from catching on. She does tend to catch on quickly, I'll give her that. And yet, you hid this entire facility, even from her. Well done. You flatter me. And here I am, finally back. This place truly embodies the Eastern Alchemy Society. It's the culmination for all that I am. I'm sure you'll put it to good use. The Eastern Alchemy Society is now yours again. All of the medicines and facilities have been preserved, just as they were when you left Shenhaijin. Well done indeed. Shall we get to work then? To finish the potion we started. Okay, so this is a follow-up. This ain't good. And I'm guessing now we basically arrive. Are you out of breath already? And you call yourself a Genryumon officer? Damn, Reiho coming in with the call-out. Well, I guess I have seen you run out of gas before. None of that! I was called out suddenly in the middle of the night. I couldn't help it. And so was I. What could the president have been thinking? Pairing me up with her? I can hear you, you know. And again, if you want to be an officer, you got to do what the president says. Hey, look, you can't see it behind... Hold on, let me just move the chat box real quick. Right there. You can basically see the Anise face right here. And cut. Oh, I don't need that. I don't need to hear that from you, of all people. So, all we know so far is that the Eastern Alchemy Society has been attacked. No more details than that. This place certainly has a different vibe than usual. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got some mechas, to say the least. Black market mercenaries? They shouldn't be anywhere near Shenhaijin. Why are they here? Hey, that hurt! You know, I like when they lead off with that. It really clears my head. Your head is full of meat, and yours is full of movies. Jerks. Oh, they're pissed. We're talking! Well, they were pissed. Report from the main gate. The intruders are here. See that those black market troops buy some time for us. They're already on it. I don't know about having all these outside troops here, though. You look nervous. No, I'm just... Chaos is like a chemical reaction. Sometimes it brings progress. That's what Shen Haijing was missing, dearly. Can't move forward by standing still. Sometimes, what you need is a push in the right direction. Okay, Joker! It won't take much longer. We'll have our initial formulation ready in a matter of hours. If you could finish it so quickly, why wait so long? Oh, did you not know? I suppose I can tell you. Because the potion can only be made here. Is that some kind of feng shui? No. It's because this is where the Eastern Alchemy Society preserves all its medicinal secrets. All its history. It's also the only place where 10,000-year ginseng can be found in its most natural state. Saya had more here than she ever knew what to do with. Oh, this one's evil. Is that most of them, at least? Nope, there's more. No, looks like that was just the vanguard. I hate everything about this. How could so many outsider troops make it into Shen Haijing without anyone noticing? Maybe everyone has something else on their minds, like all the restrictions on the promenade. For a few days? Is it that big of an issue? Put yourself in our place. Do you know how many sales we lose out on if we even take one day off? I don't have a good response to that. Regardless, what's happening here is the biggest problem right now. Hey, I gotta drive, I'll be back. Okay. Thanks, Mile. We're going to have to charge and break through. Do you think you can keep up? Me? Keep up with you? You're asking the wrong person. I like your enthusiasm. Let's go for it! Okay, we gotta fight. I guess it's only just these two. Alright. Okay, damage down, that ain't good. That's a cool burst animation. Boom, boom, let's go. That frag grenade's really effective. Victory. So I kind of do wish you could actually set up a few more units in case. Especially having to deal with damage down is not a good thing. We have another report from the main gate. There are only 2 attackers. Nothing we can't handle. Is that so? And all's well across the board. Especially now that it's complete. Is that? Yes. This is it. This is what I came back here for. Such a long journey it was. I can have some too, right? Ah, that is what you've been waiting for, isn't it? Never fear. That was my promise. And I always keep my promises. I don't like this. Of course, I made enough for you as well. You and I together will take a great step towards sagehood. I feel like she's gonna be betrayed. Yes, to become a transcendent sage. That was society's goal from the start. Even Saya didn't forget it. By the way, any news of the Moonlight Festival? It's not fully underway yet. Normally there'd be a lot of bustle by now, but I see. Things must be quite chaotic there with my, what are they calling it? Tyke syndrome in the mix. Fitting, isn't it? What do you mean? There is another legend of the Moonlight Festival. You know the story of the sage who left for the moon, returning to spread virtue and enlighten others before departing again? But that story has another side. Do you know it? Enlighten me. The truth is, the stage stirred up turmoil and discord until they had to flee from persecution. So the sage didn't return to the moon voluntarily. Why would they, if they made life here so wonderful? But enough chatter. The potion. And have no fear. I'll take it first. My turn. Okay, so they both drink the potion. Oh, what? Too strong of a dose can turn medicine into poison. Oh. It seems you didn't have the fortitude for it. So it goes. I can feel it. All this vitality surging through my body. My guests should be arriving soon. I should go out and greet them as the master of the society. I've been waiting for you, Saki. Please don't disappoint me too much. I knew she was dead. I knew she was dead. The max bonus earned on the stage is maintained after clearing. Oh wow, we're now up to chapter 5. How many more do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 6 chapters left. Right, next one. Eastern Alchemy Society Street. Episode 5, When I Pass Your World. They just keep coming! We've been at it all night. The sun's coming up. Already? Well, we did get here late, but still, there's no end to these guys. No, there is. I think they're out of reinforcements. And we're both out of gas. What do you mean? This is nothing. Enough with the bravado. I can see your legs shaking. Gasp. No, not yet. I am the vanguard of Genyumon. I stand for its power and determination. I may fall 100 times, but I'll never stay down. Inspiring words, but we're still losing. What can we do? Make way for the president! Make way for the president! What's that sound? Mina, Reiho, well done, both of you. Madam President? The Genyumon President herself? We've received your reports. We know what's happening here. I'm sorry. I let this whole force slip right into Shenhaijin. That's enough. Step back and rest. If I'm right about what's going on inside that building, not even you could handle it. Huh? What do you mean? What's going on? But we'll know for sure very soon. There's Kai. A personal welcome from the president. Should I be flattered or disappointed? Disappointed that Genyomon couldn't manage without you? Or flattered that you actually left the palace for me? You. Who's the adult? Ah, you must be the famous sensei. An unexpected bonus. Pardon me. I was hoping to meet you under more dramatic circumstances. Of course, one could argue there's enough drama here at the moment. But it's so important to you and me. We should be sitting down together, somewhere pleasant, getting to know each other. I do not like you. Yes, this would be your first time meeting Sensei. Yours and half the students here, I'd imagine. So, would you rather introduce yourself? Or should I save you the trouble, Shintani Kai? Legasp. That's Shintani Kai? The one I heard about? The one who ran the Eastern Alchemy Society until she went crazy? Your politeness is rather toxic, Kisaki. The old you would have said even toxins can be medicine, depending on how they're used. And the old me would have been right. But it's time to be a bit more straightforward. Welcome to you all, members of Genyomon Sensei. My name is Shintani Kai. I was forcefully, and rather arbitrarily, made one of the 7 prisoners. Shen Haijing expelled me and tried to forget me. But I have never forgotten Shen Haijing, or the society. And now look at me, Kisaki. I finally finished my long journey home. So what's your plan? To take back what's mine, of course. Eastern Alchemy Society is not yours, so you say. And what do you hope to achieve by taking it? Isn't it obvious? The perfection of the potion. All while throwing countless students into hardship. Only until the potion's finished, then everything can be restored, as it would have been already, if you hadn't stepped in. You were the one who got in my way. You caused all this, Kisaki. But I'm not without pity, or compassion. Oh, that's a big surprise. But enough about me. How are you? You must have pushed your poor body to its limits by now. What? You must be wondering how I know. But of course I know. How could I not? I can make you better, Kisaki. After all, I'm the one who made you sick. What? I had a feeling it was you. Of course it was you. Who else could have done it? What are they talking about? Not sure. But I've never seen that look on the president's face. I do not like this. I literally do not like this. So, Kai made her sick? Let me make you an offer. If you sign the society over to me, I'll look after you. Allow me to carry out all the processes of creating, testing, applying, and using the potion. The issue with your body can be solved within a month. I still remember all the pain you created. Many students suffered and struggled. You want me to let you back in, with no consequences, just for my own benefit? My answer is the same as before. Until and unless you can show regret and take responsibility, there is no place for you in Shen Haijing. Not now, nor ever. You are the same as before. But if you want consequences, here they are. That doesn't sound good. Okay, so Kisaki is a support unit. Oh, new animation.
動じずに抜本削減場所を変えましょう。お別れだ。場所を変えましょう。この辺りやめる。
Let's try out her skill. So it basically gives them a boost.
いやどうだ。勝負ここからです。お別れだ。しばし休んでどうだ。勝負ここからです。そなたに受けた恩は必ずどうだ。雨が降りそうだ。勝負ここからです。くらえ。
I don't think we're supposed to beat them, I don't think.
この程度のこと。
Yeah. I can't believe Natsig spent a lot of money in this game. He did? Yeah, I don't think we were supposed to win. Yeah. The story is continuing. We were supposed to not win. Kisaki! Stay back, Sensei. It's too dangerous. She's still on the move. What have you done to yourself? Ah, I've sampled the fruits of my labor. That's all. It must be hard for you to understand, stuck in your old ways, and at the same time so full of hesitation. What are you saying? You're still hesitating, aren't you? All your restrictions on the promenade and the festival, your dealings with Genryumon and the Peking Opera Club, you claim to stand for tradition and the pride of Shanhaijing. But inside, your thoughts are something else entirely. I see your denial, and behind it your wonderment at how I could possibly know what you're thinking. What nonsense are you spewing, you? Oh, by all means, keep up the facade as best as you can. But your actions show what you truly stand for. You, proud Genryumon enforcers. You know exactly what I mean. You realize it in your hearts already. You see the mask she's wearing, and you know she's someone else behind it. Not the champion of tradition she'd have you believe in. Is the president really... What are you even asking? Don't listen to that criminal. What? Anyone can speak a pledge of loyalty. Anyone can harbor doubts. Even the greatest ruler cannot control the hearts of the people. What? I hate that she has a point. And mark my words, one day you all share my experience. Meaning what? You'll be cast out of Shanhaijing. You'll know the pain of it, the shame, just as I did. You'll know the hardships of being an affiliated student, just as I did. You'll know the emptiness of wandering homeless, just as I did. And all because you made me this way, Saki. I did? Yes, you. None other than you. You filled my heart with venom, with resentment, with the need for revenge. Every drop of that is all your fault. You're really gonna blame her for your own actions. Okay. And what is the role of the president if not accepting fault? The rulers of Old Wood take the blame for everything. Storms, fires, floods. All the responsibility, with no excuses. That is what it means to hold your station, madam. I hate that she's essentially challenging Kisaki's own worldview. And especially considering that she herself said, essentially Kai's full of hatred towards Kisaki, this particular woman, for just casting her out after she was already doing something wrong and putting other people in danger. She's already blaming her for her own actions. So while I do see she has a bit of a point with, you know, consequences and all that, it still doesn't justify it. It was all for Shen Haijing. I did what I did to you because the students were suffering. So you made a small sacrifice for the greater good? Yes, that's it. That's the look I wanted to see. That expression alone has been worth the journey here. Take a good look, Genyumon. This is your president. Behold the pale shadow of your glorious past. She has no love for your traditions. She's not even in for personal glory. That at least would be understandable. She's nothing but a foolish child with no idea what it means to hold her station. No idea what she truly wants. She's gonna turn on her. Genyumon's members aren't always known to think for themselves. But the time has come for all of you to do so. Stand on your own 2 feet, look through your own eyes, and answer in your own words. Is Kisaki what Shen Haijing needs? Is Kisaki what Genryumon needs? You are diabolical. Mina! Reiho! Grab Kisaki and go! Yes, Sensei. Understood. I wasn't finished. Very rude of you. Still, fine initiative, Sensei. You're not as predictable as I thought. But it doesn't matter anymore. All I have left to do is perfect the potion. I'll consider this a fresh start. This time, I'll get everything I want, and no one will hold me back. This isn't going to end like how you think it will be.
I
mean, by technicality, this isn't really a failure. It was supposed to happen. So far, when it comes to this game, I've essentially remained undefeated. Us from the distant future. What does that mean? Are you alright, Sensei? What about Kisaki, Mina, and Rumi? Don't worry about those 3. We took them to the safest spot on the promenade. We may need to take you there, too, soon. For us, at least, it worked out. We paid off a debt we owed to the president. The rest will be fine once the president overcomes his political predicament she's suddenly in. What's the news from your information network? Well, for one thing, Rumi's still a child. For her and the other students who still have Tyke syndrome, it's hard for them to roam around since they draw so much attention. Especially for Rumi. She's so well known. On the bright side, the Promenade's information network is indeed still intact. So we're bringing in news from all around. And most of that news, right now, is about Genryumon. The president's facing a lot of criticism, condemnation even. Oh dear God. Kai's words got to them. I know. I couldn't believe it at first either. Of course, not all Genryumon members feel that way. It's mainly the hardliners. Oh jeez. Of course it's the hardliners. To sum it up, they're questioning Kisaki's legitimacy as the president. See, there's a normal process to choosing a student council president, but What's the but? The process of installing Madame Kisaki wasn't normal at all. Traditionally, the president has to be a third-year student. Madame Kisaki was only a second year when she took office. So she was 1 year below? But wasn't that because Genryumon endorsed her? And one of the reasons they did was because the previous president lost her position? Unfortunate and not normal, but it did happen. Yes, and if it hadn't, Kisaki would never have even been considered for president. That consideration alone was a massive breach of tradition. Even so, the decision was unanimous. Which goes to show that the entire process was rotten from top to bottom. It has to be set right. Wow. Why is this echoing the modern world so well? Maybe we shouldn't tell Kisaki about this. I suggest you be the one to tell her. Or else she'll be upset when she finds out you didn't. She'll take it well. She'll probably just say, the president must accept the people's judgment. Oh, I sounded just like her? Thank you. I appreciate how open you are with all of us. A teacher is always on the student's side. I'm not always sure when to be open, even with you, Sensei. But let me just tell you the rest. Considering that Shintani Kai caused all this, she doesn't seem very interested in following up with it. Oh, is Genryumon still arguing back and forth about how to govern in Kisaki's absence? And whether she earned her title legitimately? And how does any of that help us with the potion, Don't waste your time on gossip. Focus on the potion. It's what we're here for. We need better processing, more supplies, especially more 10,000-year ginseng. Whatever we're lacking, request it from Genryumon. If that doesn't suffice, call the Black Tortoise Promenade. I'll be here in the lab. I'm surrounded by imbeciles. Wow! So basically, projection, she's really in it for her own personal vanity. Not like anyone's surprised. So now the Promenade is up in arms, trying to get the restrictions overturned, and the Eastern Alchemy Society is throwing requisition orders all over the place. Normally, Genryumon would come in and mediate for everyone, but now, yeah. Jeez. The Black Tortoise Promenade wants us to duck responsibility? No, not happening. They definitely had a hand in this whole situation. They probably caused it, just to get the Moonlight Festival canceled so that they wouldn't have the restrictions anymore. Isn't that a bit of a stretch? There's no evidence for that. You listen very carefully. You're either with Genryumon and everything Shinhaijin's always stood for, or you're not. Okay, so we have, okay, so I see what you're trying to do. Right now, there's no president. So who's going to keep order and stand up for the school if not us? Well, we do need order. We can't function without a leader. But who are you suggesting? Not who, what? We have our traditions to guide us. What do you mean? They're gonna go after her. They're gonna go after them. I propose we form an interim government and choose someone to lead it. Someone who embodies our traditions the most. Oh boy. Genryumon is trying to replace Kisaki? You know, speaking as part of the Black Tortoise Promenade, I've never had much love for Genryumon. But I do recognize that Shinhaijin needs them. I think they always will. Not that I agree with what they're doing here, try to expel Kisaki for going against tradition. Yeah, even that wouldn't sit right with me. What else do we know? Well, that's most of it. Except, The latest word is, Hardline is already close to picking a replacement. Why do I feel like we're not going to like who it is? You want to bring the Peking Opera Club into this? They preserve the very essence of our culture. Who better to represent Shanhaijing tradition? Not only that, but between the physical demands of an opera performance and Kaguya's training, they're some of our best fighters. But does that make it the right thing to do? To put it another way, would it align with tradition? Here's my proposal. We release Kaguya and let her give us her opinion. Then we go from there. Kaguya? This is bad. It does. And I can't say which way it's going to go. That's why I wanted to ask for your advice. No pressure, of course. You can just tell me whatever comes to mind. Or you can just go on listening. Maybe that's enough. This is just my personal opinion, but... Thank you, Sensei. This almost feels like a lesson. Should I salute you, like in class? Oh, that's too much? Fair enough. Have you heard the saying, power abhors a vacuum? Well, I think I have, but... Oh, so it doesn't just mean people will see its power when there's an empty spot. Welcome back, Mild! It also means pressure from below will push somebody into that position. Power and authority ought to go hand in hand with responsibility. How many children did you stuff in your basement? Bruh. What are you talking about? That's Eden's job, not mine. Power and authority ought to go hand in hand with responsibility and accountability. And as we go through life, things are bound to happen. The question of who's responsible will come up. Someone has to set a direction, take that responsibility, and make a decision. In that sense, someone with ambition who claws their way into power might actually find happiness for themselves. At least, in terms of satisfying their own personal needs and desires. But if someone without that ambition gets pressured into it, just by other people's expectations, the Kaguya I know is a lot of things, but she's not ambitious. She's more like an old-school craftswoman, rigid and flexible. And if they put her in charge, then she might be... What was that? Right. I'm thinking of a lot of ways this could all go very wrong. Especially considering they're releasing Kaguya. Kaguya, please step out of your cell. You're free. Oh dear God. So that's Kaguya, huh? My, this is unexpected. Is this the will of the president? It's the will of Gendryamon. That raises more questions than it answers. We'll explain everything. Would you please come with us? And that is what you've missed in Shanhaijing. So, let me put it all together. The president has disappeared, Shintani Kai has returned, she's taken over the Eastern Alchemy Society. Pardon me, I'm getting ahead of myself. A disease called Tyke Syndrome is turning people into children, the Black Tortoise Promenade is under quarantine, and the Moonlight Festival is at risk of being cancelled? How could all of that have happened here, all at once? Now, Kaguya, Gendryamon has come together and decided we need to fall back on our traditions. More than that, we need an organization to help us uphold them, at least for now. And you thought of the Peking Opera Club. That's right. I'd be honored, as would we all, but I suspect you have something else to tell me. Yes, and we'll tell you straight. We need a president, and we want it to be you, at least for now. Shin Haijing is in dire need of both tradition and order, and based on your previous questioning, you wanted to allow Shintani Kai to return to school. Oh God! I'm guessing even the moderate member didn't expect this conclusion. Coincidentally, that's already happening. And if you handle this situation well, you'll be able to make other decisions for Shin Haijing. I don't know how to tell this to Rumi or Kisaki. I'll figure that part out. Thank you. After that, well, we'll have to consider all the possibilities and plan our next move. Even if they do put Kaguya in charge, they still have problems. The legitimacy will be in question from the get-go. Ironically, the only person who can claim true legitimacy is Shintani Kai. She won her stare down with Kisaki, circumstances notwithstanding. More importantly, she would have been, some would say, should have been, a Shin Haijing graduate. But the Eastern Alchemy Society appears to be staying out of that particular debate, and Shintani Kai is holding her ground where she is now. If Shintani Kai had either grabbed for more power or signed it away, this would all be going much more smoothly. But the way it's going now, a lot's going to come down to Kaguya's decision. Yes. Not just a lot. Everything. Yeah, this is not good. I understand. What Shin Haijing needs the most in this moment is the restoration of order and tradition. And with that in mind, I must refuse. I cannot take the position of president. Oh? Why not? Again, even the moderator is surprised. You are asking the Peking Opera Club and I to destroy Shin Haijing's tradition in order to protect it. That's... Moreover, assuming Madame Kisaki's positions while she is missing would make me a usurper. Nothing more. It would be absolute disloyalty. Kaguya. I am only an artist, a producer and performer. Anyone from the Peking Opera Club would agree. I may be strict, my methods of training intense, but it's all for the sake of the performance. And for what that performance means to Shin Haijing as a whole, I have no other ambitions or intentions behind it. Had I done so out of selfishness, in any way, I would have deserved far more punishment than I received. Expulsion would have been the least of it. But listen, right now Shin Haijing is, yes, I understand, Genyumon's perspective on the matter. And should the chaos continue, every student in Shin Haijing will suffer for it. I love Shin Haijing and all its traditions. My club and I have upheld them for a long time. And so I will contribute to maintaining order as best as I can, within the allowed school regulations. Well, that settles it. Thank you, Kaguya. You've received another message from the Eastern Alchemy Society. It says, all resources and support available in Shin Haijing are to be directed to the Eastern Alchemy Society. Just to confirm, has the Society always made such requests so frequently? No, not at all. In fact, until now, the Society's position has usually been closer to, we won't ask for anything, so don't mind us. Then this is their new approach, or perhaps a return to a very old one. In either case, such a request would be quite difficult to fill. True, but in fairness, all of us do owe them for our current positions, and in a roundabout way you owe them for your freedom. It'll be hard to keep turning them down. We could do what we can for them for the time being, and then reconsider later on. Is that the consensus of Genyumon? So no one wants to take responsibility. Alright, let's proceed with that suggestion for now. As long as you agree to sign off on it. Guessing she doesn't like this either. Oh. A home is like an inn. You stay for a while, but we're all travelers. Someday, we all move on. Power and status are like an autumn breeze, brushing against one's collar, on a night walk down an unclear path. Where is the path for me? The Peking Opera Club or Shanhaijing? Interesting. Introspective? And has the president always faced such questions? I'm pretty sure she has. If it's of any indication, she's probably had many questions, especially since she's been put into a position of power ever since, she was a second year. So already by that point, because they broke tradition, there was many questions that were answered that day. Is this it to be continued? Yep. That was chapter 6. How are we doing for time right now? So we have about 30 minutes left, I think. So I think we have only time for one more chapter. And then what I'm probably going to do is tomorrow, I'll end up doing a stream. I don't know if it'll be during the daytime or the nighttime. I think it might have to be during the nighttime. At least in my time zone, so that we can finish the rest of the chapters. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4. Because these chapters are pretty long. These chapters go on for pretty long, so we might have to split that out to another part as well. If you go, could you meet a Quillin? What's a Quillin? Okay, this is a very rundown place. That's the secret hideout? Okay. Very interesting. I guess it is appropriate for a secret hideout, but I was expecting it to be better, considering the circumstances. Anyways, we made it, Sensei. The Black Tortoise's Promenade secret hideout. I can't believe he made it here, Sensei. It was thanks to both of you, Mina, Reiho. Well, we couldn't have done it without your direction, Sensei. Right, Mina? She's asleep. I don't blame her. Don't worry, she's fine. What about you, madam? I'm embarrassed and indebted to you all, but I'm not hurt. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's okay. You say so. It was close, though. That could easily have gone much worse for Kisaki. And Shintani Kai's back now. That's huge in itself, but... Putting that aside for the moment, let's say you and I head back to the promenade, Reiho. Huh? Without the president? Yes, exactly. Where are you going with this? Let's just hurry. Whoa, Ruby, there's no need to push yourself so hard. You're a child, you know. I am stronger than you. Oh, okay, there they go. Wow, okay. Well, there they go, I guess. Indeed. Kisaki, are you sure you're all right? Something tells me she's not. Yes, there's no problem at all. I really don't believe that. I honestly don't believe that. But I guess our sensei will take our word for it. We'll take their word for it. I'm not personally convinced she's okay. There's probably a lot that's going on in her mind. The awkward silence continued. Kisaki kept her head bowed, staring at the floor. Would you tell me about Kai? Shintani Kai? You want to know? There's no point. It's ancient history. Are you running from the past? Do you remember that conversation we had when I told you about the first decision I made as the new president? About expelling a third-year student? As you may have already guessed, that student was Kai. Yes. As I mentioned, that was not a popular decision. Even if it was the right decision, there were all kinds of calls for protocol, process, validity. But the decision was mine alone. And once the water is spilled, there's no putting it back. Yeah, that genie was already out of the bottle at that point. And we're probably going to get some more stuff about the potion thing. Shintani Kai wanted to become a sage, yeah, because she mentioned that. She tried to make a potion that would bring her enlightenment. She told other students she was making an immortality elixir. They believed her, and they wanted to join her project. So, she had them try it. She had a hold on her followers. They started asking her for custom potions with unique effects. Oh. The effects were remarkable at first, but they didn't last, and they all did long-term damage. Students who wanted high grades in physical education would drink potions to enhance their strength and speed, which also damaged their bodies and metabolism. That's what she meant by they were suffering. Students who wanted to taste new flavors drank potions that altered their sense of taste permanently. This is what she meant when she said they were all suffering. Honestly, at that point, I'm actually not really surprised why Kisaki wanted to essentially let her go. Granted, Kai wasn't the only one to cause trouble with her potion brewing. Saya did too. Wait a minute. Are you saying there was an overreaction? But Saya only wanted her potions to make people happy. For those who suffered side effects, she would always give them a free antidote. Immortality goes against every natural law in the world. Side effects would be an understatement. In Saya's case, she realized seemingly that true happiness couldn't be given away for free in a bottle. But Kai was much more stubborn, obsessed. All she cared about were the results. Whatever could make her a sage, that was all that mattered. So she was blinded by vanity. When her followers begged her for antidotes, she made them work for it, forced them to obey her every order. So she was basically blinded by vanity. The students who came to Kai for help or pleasure all became her slaves. Obviously, Genyuan took issue with that. So basically, obviously, when she was saying, "You made me this way, Kisaki," that was obviously a complete lie. I mean, no surprise there. Because apparently, according to Kisaki's perspective, she was always like this. Blinded by her own vanity to basically get something higher that she really wanted. Obviously, Genyuan took issue with that. Not just for the obvious ethical reasons, but because Shintani Kai had effectively created a new faction with no regard for their authority. Sounds like a powder keg, basically a pressure cooker. Let me ask you this, Sensei. Are you familiar with the story of the monkey's paw? Yes, I've heard of it. It's a magical charm that grants wishes, but it always has a twist, as she explains here. It makes a good metaphor for when a goal becomes too unpleasant, too costly. It was also one of Shintani Kai's It was also one of Shintani Kai's nicknames. Now, perhaps I was impulsive in dealing with her, but it was understandable. It wasn't really that it was impulsive, it was understandable. But I believe that letting her run wild for even another day would have shaken Shin Haijin to its foundations. Even so, it's never easy to expel a student, not in any school, especially not in Shin Haijin, with its famous fear of change and exceptions. Fufu. Had I taken the time to follow all the proper procedures, Kai may have graduated by the time I could have expelled her. So I made the unprecedented decision to expel her right away. And that basically broke tradition. And then I erased all her records so that no one could duplicate her work. Nobody could essentially do the same thing that she was trying to do. What's happening now might be karma for that. Especially considering what she said. Kai has every right to resent me. Whatever else she did, she wasn't gunning for revenge until I poured all that venom into her heart. Like she said to me, she was a small sacrifice made for the greater good. So at least Kisaki is acknowledging of that fact. I won't make excuses. That would be cowardly. My actions, my decisions created the monster that Kai is now. The one who's bringing harm to Shin Haijin. You know what they basically say? That no good deed ever goes unpunished? That's kind of what we're seeing here. There's a lot of complexity to this here. I honestly do feel a bit bad for Kisaki here, because realistically, she made the best decision she could have. Because if she, essentially broke tradition, it could have been a lot more worse. But in some ways, she kind of turned him with her decision, she acknowledges that she kind of turned him into a Dave Mustaine kind of character. Where, all she now desires is revenge against the one who harmed them. Who basically took what she wanted away from her. Storms, fires, floods. All the responsibility with no excuses. She was right. That's what it means to be president. I don't see it that way. What do you mean, Sensei? Both of these are true. Both of these are true. Because Kai obviously needs to take responsibility for what she herself has created. And at the same time, Kisaki made the decision she felt was best. And at the same time, Kai is also making her own choice with basically coming back for revenge and creating all of this chaos. Both of these are true. And it was already what I was already saying. I think I should say the second one, because in some ways, actually, no. I think I'm gonna go with number 2. I'll probably come back to this chapter later on and see if there's anything different if I say number 1. Kai needs to take her own responsibility. You're saying it was Kai's decision to be the way she is now? But like Shin Haijin's past, things are complicated. We still make our own decisions in the present. But we have to do the best we can every day. But then, Both of these are true too. We have a responsibility for the future too. Like the respect we have for our past and traditions. I see. I hadn't thought of it that way. A lot of Shanhaijing students still have their doubts about me. The Kisaki administration was never a conventional one. Do you know how they view Shanhaijing Academy from the outside? Most don't even know where it is, compared to the 3 major academies. It's a tiny speck on the map. Those who do know where to find it usually only come for the food from the promenade. They think of us as a bunch of eccentrics hiding in tradition and customs. I hated that. What they thought of us, how they treated us. Fufu. I always find new insights for when I talk to you, Sensei. Oh. Twitch is not wanting to work over there for me right now, so I'm heading over here on here for now. Okay, no worries, Mild. It's like you don't have perfect bandwidth. Twitch runs like a kid with Downs at the Special Olympics. Wait, is it that bad? Is it being unstable again? Okay, it seems the bitrate is fine. I'm guessing, yeah, I'm guessing it's being a bit of a butt right now. Damn. Oh well. Fufu. I always find new insights when I talk to you, Sensei. You don't believe me. You should know by now that you don't believe me? You should know by now about this amazing talent of yours. The path ahead is a bit clearer now. Thank you, Sensei. And I have one more thing to ask of you. That is, we will hold the Moonlight Festival. So until we do, would you stay and help me just a bit longer? By your orders, Madam President. Fufu, thank you. Huh? Huh? Saki? Madam, what are you doing? What's wrong? I just want you to carry me on your back. Okay. Jeez. Bro. Bro, they scared me for a second. That's your first order. Just stand still like that for a moment. Well, she is still a student. Okay, you know what? It's understandable. Oh. Okay. Jeez, you two are violent. Rumi, I'm pretty sure the Ryohi might also be violent too. Okay, Jesus. Kisaki, Sensei, are you all right? The Black Tortoise Promenade members have something they want to... Whoops. Caught. What are you two doing? This? Well, it's nothing. Nothing happened, right? No, something happened. No, something definitely happened. You ain't fooling me. You are not fooling me here, sir. I want to ride on your back too, Sensei. Okay, yeah. That's what you meant? Transition. Okay, I'm guessing everything calmed down. You good? Are you good now? Good. Ay. Anyways, continuing. Ahem. So let me start over. I brought the Black Tortoise Promenade members over. There's something they want to say. Oh, this is a rare occasion. There are people from the promenade want to speak to me in person? Well, you see, you'll see why when you meet them. Come in, everybody. Oh, go ahead. I'm listening. Genyumon greets you, madam. Oh! What is going on? Surprised? Genyumon members asked to see you, Kisaki. I had to smuggle them in. Can't have them running around the promenade while they have it locked down, right? It'll draw all kinds of suspicion. So here they are in disguise. Wow, you sneaky bastard. Shinhaijin and Genyumon need you, madam. All of us here agree. The hardliners have taken over Genyumon, and they've lost their way. They've handed control over to the Eastern Alchemy Society, and they're failing as a student council. So we're here to follow you, no matter what you decide. We'll do everything we can to make it happen. Genyumon awaits your orders once again, madam. Very well. For too long, Shinhaijin has used the past not as a foundation, but as a wall. Instead of seeking answers from its lessons, we seek service to its rules. We prize obedience over choice and judgment. But to see the many miles ahead, we must climb another level of the tower. We must walk the land with our own two legs and look up at the sky with our own two eyes. Wait, eyes, right? Yes. This moment, every moment, is our responsibility. We must give our best and wait for the will of the heavens. Giving in to fear and trepidation will gain us nothing. We may wander, but we shall never be lost. Now, let us reclaim our Shinhaijin. And there we have it. That was chapter 6. We definitely made it halfway. Woo! What a ride! And we're not even done yet. We still have a lot more to go. We have about at least 4 more chapters to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, these chapters are long. So I think what will happen is I'll do another stream tomorrow around the night, and we'll be able to finish this off as quickly as we can. So with this in mind, I think we can basically call it for now. I'm personally happy with that. Let me start my music again. Where is my main screen? Have I told you I like this game? I'll be honest, I actually do like this game. It might just be because I have multiple people on my Wi-Fi, but Twitch shouldn't stutter this bad just because you don't have decent internet. It might be your internet, if I'm not mistaken. Especially if you're saying that multiple people are using the Wi-Fi. It might be that situation where you don't have enough bandwidth, download or upload bandwidth, with the amount of people that are using your Wi-Fi. It also depends on how many people you have in your household using the same Wi-Fi. If it's like 100 megabits or something like that, yeah, it would probably make sense. It can only probably hold up to about 2 to 3 people at once. So I would probably just look towards upgrading if you can. Oh, guys, I actually have something to show you. Blue Archive isn't available in all countries, however, due to the loot boxes. That is unfortunate. Also, hey, hello! Hello to our very good friend Tatsukuro, our new lead admin. Welcome to the stream. I have some quick news I want to show you guys. This apparently just happened on Kersha's stream not too long ago. And apparently it's an update for our mysterious disappearance of Miss Fillion. So apparently, Kersha decided to put out this response. Let's zoom in a little bit so that we can see the words. Oh wait, something is fishy here, man. My mods thought that Lost Fillion is Yost account that has raided into me a few times on Twitch was a fan account since Fillion's actual alt is Fillion is Lost with the actual L. But maybe it is not a fan account and is part of the ARG. The ARG channel in her Discord is missing. The account typed out a blank message 2 times in my YouTube chat, and what an interesting title stream they chose to chat in. To my knowledge, they have also typed in the chats of Pipkin Pippa, Chio Chompy, Matara Khan, and fucking Rima. The YouTube account has some text on it that, when translated, is the name Jin Xing, a famous Chinese transgender TV personality whose name also means Venus Golden Star. That is a mouthful. I actually did not even think there was actually a famous Chinese transgender star. What? When looking at the YouTube account, the description has blank Unicode used, which makes it appear with just the Chinese text in Chrome, but additional characters in Firefox. Is this done on purpose, or... Back to the Twitch account, there's a giant green eye that links to a password-protected notepad. Maybe the password of the notepad has something to do with the VTuber streamers' chats that the Fillion is EOS YouTube account is typing in, since their chats are blank. A cipher with first initials? How would Golden Star or Venus tie into this? Figured I would leave this trail of info here in case anyone would make sense of it, since I have no idea what the fuck is going on. And we have these little screenshots here. Fillion is Lost rated my stream with 1 viewer, and apparently there's more information about it. Moderated activities in the last year. All the world's chat messages in the last year. All the world's a stage, and we are merely player. And then there's... Okay, that's interesting. And then there's more information about it. This is getting weird. Oh, and apparently there's more. I recorded this back on April 1st, 2026, but did not want to post this then, as it did seem accidental, but it shows she is alive. Considering that she says nothing that would be considered harmful to herself or others, I am posting it now. Regretfully, I did not know about the ARG, so the 5 minutes of black screen broadcast I did not record. It was streamed to Kick only. 8 of us saw this total, and I think I am the only one that recorded it. This might be part of the AIG, but I doubt it. She is alive and working on a project, is all I know. I don't know if this is helpful, but hope this is not harmful. And it's been a month and may as well post this here, since so more eyes can see it, than a random empty corner of the web. I am not part of the ARG, just a viewer. Let me just play this. Hold on, I have to set up my audio. Alright, let's play through this. Okay, green screen. Alright, let's go. Oh wait, shit, hold on. Alright, try that again.
I identified a couple of steps that we could cut out.
This does have ARG.
But if it's all good, we can just keep it in.
Can I just say she sounds like a man here? She just sounds like a man here. That does have ARG vibes, the green eye and whatnot, right? This is so strange. Some people are even speculating that Fillion may be dead or some shit. I don't see it. But at least we know she's alive. Probably. Jillian has got to be way more intelligent than she acts if her ARG is this in-depth. Right? This is coming from Fillion of all people. Alright, let's keep watching.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It sounds too quiet. Hold on.
Yep. Yep.
Obviously, here she's dancing to music.
I had another question for a couple of things. Like, for example, can we get some cool camera angles? Maybe like I'm sitting on like a box. Do you think that would be possible to do? So like I can sit down on my chair in real life on the green screen. Like how open are we to that? Or like, you know, can I like pretend to be pointing at something that's like right there, for example? Okay. So I'll point at stuff, but like for example, can we get a camera angle where it's like over here as if you're like underneath me, or like maybe like I'm like that, like I don't know. Can be like I can be like all the way like down here or something, like from above. Okay.
This might be the green screen world from VR chat. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down, Hero? Is that a new model outfit? I don't recognize it. Probably some new booth outfit, probably. I've never seen it before. It does kind of look like an avatar test, though. There's like so many green screen worlds on VR chat. Though I also know the camera has this green screen mode that it can basically pull off, where it basically just gets rid of the world and just turns into a green screen. And basically, it doesn't matter what world you're in. It doesn't see like, you know, any of the background objects. It's just pure green screen.
Okay. Okay. What does? Oh, yeah, the parka's gonna clip a little bit sometimes, right? Like this. It's not really. Okay. Yeah.
Also, the hair jumping
That
up
better?
randomly.
Okay. Is the FPS good on the recording? Because it seemed a little stuttery to me. Okay. Yep. Yep. Cool. Okay, second to that, a question for you. Two questions. One, I have like particles around my head. Are we cool with those? Or do you want them off? It looks good. Okay, perfect. Okay, I like them too. Okay, so, and then with that being said, can we do some different angles? Like maybe like hypothetically, like I'm sitting down on something, like here, and then I'm like, while talking. Like imagine like I'm sitting down like a bench or something. Would that be possible?
I bet that I bet they're talking to the designer to the new model in the video. Maybe. The thing is, she's asking for very specific things. This doesn't feel like they're talking about, you know, what design should there be on the new model or something like that. It's like, can we make this model do this? Like, say, for example, we're doing a live 2D model. Some of the things that she's asking, I'm not sure what the limitations are for live 2D models. Do those even sound like it'd be possible to pull those off? Is my question. Something tells me it might be a new 3D model, maybe? I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. So I could be like here. Can I walk around? Like, what if like I'm walking like past it? Okay, so I can't walk like forwards. Oh, so no forwards, backwards. No forwards, backwards. Yes, sir.
No forwards, backwards?
Is the FPS good on the recording that I sent you, the test recording?
Okay, she is definitely talking to someone. This feels like they're talking. This isn't ARG. The stuff with the green eye felt like ARG, however. This doesn't feel like an ARG. It feels like she's talking to someone specific. Like, maybe like they're talking to someone who's organizing an event with them or something.
What will? 30. You want 30. Okay.
30?
Okay. Yeah, it makes
Okay.
sense.
Sense.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't. Oh, it's because I didn't turn off video output. That's why. Okay, 1 sec.
There we go. That's the video. As someone who has her arms clipped like that can confirm, I love how Fillion put money into the RG and it got full delete on Discord. She could be requesting what she wants the new model to be capable of. Pretty straightforward. That seems like what seems likely. Yeah, this is so strange. Hold on, she actually responded to it. What did she say? Interesting if true. April Fool's stream and how it flew under the radar so hard too. Sorry to be super interrogaty, but do you have proof this is from April 1st, 2026? Oh, there's some more responses too. I was informed from Villion's Discord there was a guy who attempted to hijack the ARG and got banned, and that these photos match he was doing this in the Discord, not stream it chat. Just something I think everyone should be aware of. If this is someone hijacking it, that would be quite bad, but the ARG channel in our Discord is gone, and no one knows what is going on. So how would anyone be able to root out a bad actor versus what she was having people do? Thanks for the extra context, my mans. On the Twitch page, if you try the following code, it looks like Morse code for Rev 13. Wait, Rev 318. What the shit? Rev 12.1, Rev 318, the Chinese characters, Rev 21.8. That's the Morse code thing over here. Oh yeah, there's even fucking Rima talking about it. How in the hell did you even figure that out? As for the passages, Revelations 12:1. A great sight appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet and a crown of 12 stars on her head. Revelations 3:18. I counsel you to buy from me gold refined in the fire, so you can become rich, and white clothes to wear, so you can cover your shameful nakedness, and salve to put on your eyes, so you can see. Revelations 21:8. But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars, they will be consigned to the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This is the second death. These seem like hints. These seem like hints as to what the new design is going to look like. Like, if it's specifically referencing these 3 verses from Revelations, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head, to buy from them gold refined in the fire, and white clothes to wear, so you can cover your shameful nakedness, and salve to put on your eyes so you can see. So, apparently Kershaw goes into more detail. A great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet and a crown of 12 stars. There are 11 blank Unicode characters around the Chinese characters for the Venus Gold Star. Rev 318 could be referencing hitting a new model rebrand, and 21 could be referencing the funeral stream she did as the first death, the current disappearance / ARG arc as the second death. I do not remember who else she called during her funeral stream, but maybe clues there. This is so strange. But it looks like, in some aspects, she's becoming a magical girl. I bet what happened was the old model owner wanted the model removed after a certain time because of Ophelia stealing it, and time ran out, so she had to ask a new designer to make a new one from scratch, because she did get called out hard when it was found out she pirated it for free without giving money to the developer. Honestly, that could be very well true. This could very well be true. Maybe this was part of the agreement, that happened in terms of the negotiations that happened behind closed doors between Jingo and Fillion after that whole fiasco with Good Smile, with the Nendoroids. Also, I like Miles' response right there. She's becoming a magical girl. Honestly, I could believe that being her new look. I could easily believe that being the new look. I could easily believe that. The ARG was the cover-up to fill in the clock down timer. Likely. All things considered, this seems like the most likely option. Anyways, I actually did not mean to go on that tangent. I literally was gonna yap a little bit before ending stream, and then this happens, which is really funny. So, I kind of ran out of things to yap about, honestly. But I do like this game. I do like Blue Archive. I do love this game. And I definitely want to play more of it on stream. And I definitely do have moments where I basically play it off stream. Particularly the stories, and maybe even like the missions. You also said you'd play another game. Unfortunately, Hero, we're out of time, so that'll have to be for another time. So anyways, I think for the moment I'm gonna set up a raid. Who could we raid? Who should we go raid today? Ooh. I think we could raid Ellie. We could go raid Ellie. Let's go raid Ellie. We're gonna go raid Ellie today. We're gonna send Ellie our love, our support from all of us here in Zephyr City. After this, I literally have to go do some stuff and go to the bathroom real quick and also get some grocery shopping done. All that good shit. But anyways, you guys like what I saw? I will definitely be back tomorrow for another stream. Yes, you're being kidnapped. You guys want to check out my socials? Do check them out here on the YouTube side, on the Kick side. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you go check out my Twitch and Twitter stuff. I'll have to set that up for you guys. If you guys want to check that out, definitely do so. We also do have our Discord server here. I will actually set up the bot to do that properly. I do apologize for that. But anyways, we got my Discord server here. Definitely, guys, check that out. For the moment, I'm happy with what we were able to do. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all later. Zelio signing out. Oh no, you're right, Miles.